YouTube, what's up? Welcome to the Crypto J and the Mountain Show. Today we're going to talk about some Bitcoin. We're going to talk about some Toshi Coin, right? We're going to talk about all the coins, guys. But before we get into it, just got to let you know, not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. You shouldn't buy anything you see in this video or on YouTube at all. I'm just the homie Crypto J. You got to do all your research on all this stuff. But here we go, right? Beer Greed Index coming out of 67. Bitcoin coming in at 108.7, right? Total market cap coming in at 3.4. Looks like we're down about almost a 0.5% right now. Market looking very volatile, guys. Sitting sideways on a Saturday. People thinking maybe there's gonna be another dump, right? Maybe there's gonna be another dump, right? It's like you just had a bunch of Taco Bell and you just don't know. Right? As you guys can see, Bitcoin now looking very volatile, creating this rising wedge, maybe starting to break down, right? Maybe Bitcoin starting to break down into the weekend, right? You talk about sometimes the fact that we see some sell-off in the weekend, but, sorry. But as you guys can see, still creating higher lows right here on the 1 month, looking super solid. And then on the 1 year, still looking like it just requires a little bit of patience, right? Looking like this is going to require a little patience. But let's see what some of the people on the side, the peanut gallery, are saying, right? This guy made a comment 8 hours ago, and he thinks that we're right here. He thinks that it's going to go up to 200,000. I couldn't see this. I said that I feel like it's going to go between 200 and 250 was my thing that I guessed. Now, I'm not saying that's gonna happen tomorrow. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. Okay, whoever's telling you guys 100x in a day is a lying sack of poo poo. Okay, because Bitcoin is not gonna 100x tomorrow. It's not gonna hit 200,000 tomorrow. It's not gonna hit 200,000 next month. It's not gonna hit 200,000 in a week. It's gonna take time. And some of you guys hate that response. You hate it. But guess what, bro? When I've been following Bitcoin, I've gotten older following this thing, okay? This thing has aged me in ways that I didn't even know. I probably got gray hairs that I could blame on cryptocurrency, okay? Just from being so patient. That's your reward. Sometimes you get money, sometimes you just get gray hair, right? Or sometimes you just might lose your hair. But hopefully that's not you. Hopefully you're not too emotionally overinvested and whatnot. But let's talk about some Toshi, because Coin coming in at 292 million, right, today. Still looking pretty much the same. It's going to get a lot less volatile in these dips, I feel like. People are just not paper handsering. But you gotta be careful. That's a couple of things. Couple of things to watch and be careful of at this time, right? One, our 3-day chart, right? We're sitting right on it, and we're kind of forming a McDonald's M, right? This could be that McDonald's M that I'm not loving it. M that requires a retest, right, of a lower range. You could also see it happen here, right? It looks like we had a rejection on our RSI on this top level of this 3-day chart, which is again something that I would be paying attention to. It's an inclination that if we do not pick up in volume, we're going to drop a little bit more. And if we drop a little bit more, I could already tell you guys what ranges it would be likely that we would see. But you could pretty much already see them here on the 3-day. So this is at like 211. This one down here at like 145, 150. I think the 3-day would probably be the bottom. Maybe that 150 might be the absolute bottom if it's going to drop back. So even if it dropped down to like 150 something, it would still be looking pretty decent to me. Still be looking like we can make recovery out of that. Wouldn't be too concerned. I do think there's a chance that also that doesn't happen. We're still in an uptrend, right? Maybe we could see enough action for us to be still creating higher lows by Monday. That would be great. I think I'd like to see maybe a little bit of correction though before Wednesday, Thursday. That way we could get something good to pump off of. I think there's probably going to be a correction coming. More than likely, this looks like a possible correction on some of these smaller intervals. But then the long ones, they still look speculative, right? These long-term indicators still look speculative. I really need to get some coffee in me this morning, man. It's 6 in the morning, and I think I woke up really late. But look, we got this rising wedge forming on Bitcoin, even on the daily chart, and it looks like we rejected there. The same thing like our RSI is saying on Toshi. And so it depends how this green candle closes, right? We need this green candle to continue to close good, and we need to print another green one that will break out. If that happens, it's possible. It's possible for us to continue on. If it drops down, then it's also possible that we see a retest some of these lower levels, like we were talking about, right? But if that happens, I would just be happy because again, I'm trying to get a cheaper Bitcoin. I'm trying to get cheaper coins in general, and the fear greed index is just too high for me. Just too high for me. So, yeah, that's why I'm thinking that this is a necessary dip. It's a good dip, and I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. You guys could see also fear greed index creating a very similar pattern, right? As a matter of fact, we've seen the fear greed index do this before, right? Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Boom, boom. All right. Boom, boom. Donald M. Told you guys that. Not loving it, right? We try to tell you guys little things about all these little patterns so that you can recognize them for those of you guys who don't know how to read the chart. Some of you guys should already start seeing this stuff. You should already know. Some of you guys already do know. You just enjoy watching and listening. Because once you know how to read a chart, guys, it's like reading a book. It don't really change. It's like riding a bike. It's like going swimming. You know, you can't. Nobody's making up a new way to ride a bike, right? You can either do it or you can't do it, right? Some guy might try to sell you a course on how to ride a bike. But do you really need a course on how to ride a bike? Or do you just need to bust your behind a couple times, right? Some of y'all need to bust your behind a couple times. It might just happen. Might just happen. Some of you guys already know what it feels like now. And so you're not afraid of it anymore. But again, you would be very emotionally invested in this stuff if you're spending more money than you should be. So again, if you find yourself emotional this morning, find yourself freaking out, panicking, stuff like that, reassess your risk tolerance. You're not as tolerant as you thought, right? You thought you are way more risk tolerant than you are, right? You thought that you can actually do without this money. But then as soon as the money went down a little bit, you're freaking out. So adjust that risk tolerance. Maybe fix your bags a little bit. You know, there's a chance that the market may need to see more of a correction in Bitcoin. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying if you're going to be emotional, you know, there is a chance that the market could break down a little bit here, right? It's normal on the weekend for Bitcoin to bleed into the weekend. You got a rising wedge here. We created a rising wedge here. You know, some of these smaller charts looking like we might be reverse trend, you know, starting to reverse the trend. So just something to pay attention to for those of you guys who have a hard time with the dip. It's crazy to me. I enjoy the dip. Some people hate the dip, bro. As soon as the price goes down, complaining, freaking out. All the projects are dead. Everything's dead at that point. Bitcoin is dead. Everything is crashing. It's crashing. Look, this is how they act. Like Bitcoin does this. Whenever Bitcoin goes down, they do this. Look, they go, "Oh, I like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is fun. Bitcoin is cool. Oh, wow, Bitcoin. Man, Bitcoin is going to be the future of currency. This is everything. I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. Ah, Bitcoin is crashing. It's crashing. It's going to zero. It's crashing. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's crashing. It's crashing. Oh, okay, Bitcoin's coming back. I knew it was coming back. Man, I knew Bitcoin was coming back. I never sold. It's crashing, crashing. Oh my God, it's been down for years. I hate this coin. It's a poo-poo coin. Oh, it's back. Oh, wow, I knew it was going to do it. Let me buy in up here. Let me buy in right here. Right? And then it goes, of course, goes crashing, and then he wants to buy it some more. He just dollar cost average at the top, and then he just sells all his bags at the bottom. That's what he does. He doesn't get it. But some people do get it. Some people, some people look at these charts and they're starting to be like, wait a minute, I could just buy it when it's cheap instead of complaining and crying like the rest of the market. You idiots. They go to like, they just make idiot decisions. The market is idiots, guys. They really are. Retail is so dumb because when you get into crypto, you're naturally dumb. Like everybody, we don't know what we're doing. We just heard it from somebody or watched a video or heard how bullish people are. And a real trader knows that when everybody is bullish and the price is at an all-time high, that's not the time to get into the market. But we don't know that when we get started, do we? Right? I didn't know that when I got started. I don't think most people know that. Most people buy in bull cycle. A lot of people that get started start in a bull cycle. Very rarely do people pick up their phone and start buying crypto in a bear market, right? Did you see a lot of people talking about, hey guys, now's my opportunity to get into Bitcoin. I was waiting for it to dip down. This is my first time buying. Have you ever heard that? Or did you hear more the new people crying and complaining and calling everything a scam? I'm sure there's people over here on the side that are talking about Bitcoin is a scam. Even to this day, bro, some of these guys have been doing this for years, and they'll get up, well, probably because they sold they sold here on Bitcoin, and now they're pissed. Every time the price goes up, it's a little reminder that they paper handsed it, and they had zero patience. And now, look where we're at with crypto. Bitcoin is everywhere, literally. So I'm still bullish on this cycle, guys. I don't think we've seen the top yet. Still bullish on it. Still paying attention to these charts. Still watching Toshi. Yeah, and Toshi can have a retest, or it could pump here, right? Falling into this oversold zone on this 12-hour. Let's see what our more macro charts are even looking like, right? Even though I usually look macro first and then go smaller. We looked at the 3-day. That's macro. And the 1 day needs to close green. We need a good solid close on this candle right here so that we can get up in price, right? Need a good solid close on this candle. But can we get it, guys? It's up to the market. I don't get to decide, guys. I don't get to decide. I know some of you guys are like, just tell us what's going to happen. I don't know, bro. I don't know, dog. We just got to see what's going to happen. But again, our trend has not broken down here. Even if it falls all the way down to 30 something, it's still intact. So I'm paying attention to it. Are you paying attention to it? Are you subscribed, bro? Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. I do my best each and every day, giving you guys top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.